Clarissa, counseling psychologist, on The Healing Process every Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.9 FM. That's The Healing Process, Thursdays, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.9 FM. Let the healing process begin.
This is The Healing Process coming your way today, folks. When it comes to dealing with the challenges, the changes and crises of life, it is important to seek help early. Don't sit around sucking your thumb until that chassis is on the road. The earlier you seek help, the shorter and easier it will be because there will be less of a mess to deal with. Contrary to popular notion, counseling is not just for crazy people. It's for anyone who can benefit from an outside objective expert perspective to help them enjoy their little lives to the fullest. I am Dr. Phil.
And I am Claire. Special good morning to our listening and viewing audience starting right here in St. Lucia, the diaspora and the globe. Bonjour tout le monde.
Je parle Creole.
Ça va se Creole, man.
Oh, I see.
Nous bien contents ou qu'à écouter nous. Ça bon?
Ça bon.
Well, it may be good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you in whatever part of the world you are listening. We welcome you to today's broadcast. And we are so thrilled that you chose to join us for the healing process. We hope we can touch your life, and that's what we really want to do in a meaningful way.
Yes.
Remember, our goal is simple: to equip you with the tools, truth, and encouragement you need to live your life to the fullest.
That's right. And the mere fact that we have a diversity of persons listening to us, we want to know that we don't enter into arguments. We just want to give you information and probably get information from you, because not all of us will see things the same way. But when it comes to our mental health, our psychological health, we need to pay attention to anything that will give us the advantage.
That's so true. Today we switch genders as we discuss the weak-willed woman. Now, we have already concluded that both genders have the tendency to display traits that make them appear to be weak.
Right.
And to be weak-willed means to lack firmness of will or to be easily swayed by others or by circumstances. A weak-willed person finds it difficult to stick to a decision or course of action, especially when it's challenging. And this person can be described as lacking determination. In simple terms, a weak-willed person is easily persuaded, meaning they are easily convinced about changing their minds or going along with what others say. And, of course, this person lacks resolve. They have trouble sticking to their own intentions or their own goals, particularly when faced with difficulty. This person fails to follow through. A weak-willed person might find it so hard to continue with a difficult task or goal, even if they know it's the right thing to do. They give up easily.
Yes. In a nutshell, a weak-willed individual is a passive person. That person would easily give up their rights. There's 7 basic human rights. The first one, Claire, as you're well aware, the right to choice. The right to be, to exist on the planet. That's their God-given right. Their right to choice, their right to ask for what they want, the right to ask for what they need, the right to learn from their mistakes. Once we understand that, and we do not give up these rights, because the weak-willed person, male or female, would give up their rights because they're passive.
Yes. And if you're listening to us and you fall into any of those categories, you know that you need some help.
Yes.
You need to get over this passivity and to become assertive. So generally speaking, to be weak-willed means you're having difficulty sticking to decisions. resisting temptation, following through on your goals, especially when you're faced with pressure. You heard these words earlier on, especially challenges, especially difficulties. And now we're saying especially when you're faced with pressure, discomfort or distraction. So a weak-willed person often knows what they should do. I'm sure we know what we should do, but we struggle to do it. You may be asking yourself, why do I always do the things I know I should not do?
But going back to pressure, we don't like pressure, but try cleaning concrete without a hose backed up by some device to increase the pressure. You'll have a lot of difficulty. And the more pressure you have, the cleaner you get the job done. So it is with our life. We don't want pressure, we don't want challenges. But as we said before, like water to soil, so is challenges to us human beings. It causes growth, and weak-willed people resist growth.
And you've heard if you have a tea bag, you wouldn't know what color the tea is until you put it in hot water, right? That's when you know what color the tea is. So challenges, difficulties, pressure, it's not all bad, right?
It helps the central nervous system. We have, well, I have to be careful there. I'm not a medical practitioner, but I know enough to know that if you don't exercise your brain muscles, dendrites will start dying, cells will start dying as we age. So we need to face the challenges and look for means to develop ourselves by the way we solve them.
Yes, and we know that the challenges, they're like red flags. They will let us know where we're at and what we can do under pressure.
Yes.
So it's just like a test, and you will prove to yourself, can I work under pressure? Can I solve this problem under pressure? Can I take on the challenges of life? What do I need to do that if I can't?
The weak-willed person will say to a counselor, I don't know what to do.
Or I don't know what to say.
And a good response
Please
to that
tell me
is,
what to do.
yes, isn't that why you're here today?
Yes.
Because you just tell yourself, I don't know what to do, and you didn't try. So the learning counselor will say, okay, I will give you 2 options, and let's look for 3 together.
Mm-hmm. So although, as we said earlier, both genders have the tendency to fall into the category of being weak-willed, our focus today will be things that make a woman appear to be weak-willed. There's a little joke. Have you ever met a woman so passive that she'd say yes to dancing in the rain during a hurricane just to avoid hurting someone's feelings? Well, welcome to the world of the weak-willed.
Do you dance in the hurricane rain just to please somebody, Kina?
No.
You sure about that?
Nope. Never done it and never will.
And you get blown away with the individual because of the stupidity.
Yes.
All right, so we hope that you're not there, our dear listeners. We want to challenge you, and with love, of course.
Yes, now Phil, which one of the temperaments would be predisposed to the attributes of a weak-willed woman?
The supine. The supine are dependent. We, as you're quite aware, we have the sanguine, we have the choleric, the melancholy, phlegmatic, supine. And the supine is not one to take the initiative. They would be dependent on somebody. They lack the will to take decisions on their own. Now remember, we're saying they have the propensity to. That doesn't mean because you are a supine that you will be manifesting what I just said. But take note that you have the propensity to do just that.
Now, last time we discussed some traits that make a man appear to be weak. I just want to give our listeners a quick reminder what we said about the men. Now, we didn't cover everything. Because if we have to cover everything, it would take like how many episodes?
Kina wouldn't mind.
Yes. So we said of the male, the constant arguing, quarreling with people, especially a lady, not being handy or durable at home, incessant, never-ending crying, constant need for approval, too financially dependent, not being a disciplinarian to your children, letting people disrespect your woman, whining and complaining, and we said a weak character. Now remember, folks, as Kina reminded you, we are not bashing the genders. Our goal is to make a difference in our society, and one of the ways we can do that is by helping you understand what qualifies us as weak people. And today, as we discuss the weak-willed woman, we hope that you can learn from it. You can assess yourself and see where you're at.
As you said that, we have the natural tendency in settings like this, in discussions like this, to think of the other person while you're listening. Oh, my mom, my friend at the office, that girl. But focus on yourself. Are you weak-willed? Are you passive? Are you communicating to people in the way you go about your everyday life that you're weak-willed? So you want to focus on yourself. Check yourself. Tick. Have a piece of paper and tick for yourself, not your friend,
Does
not
that
Kina.
describe me?
While Claire is speaking, I check myself. Kina check herself. Claire check herself. Do we agree on that? Beautiful.
Yes. Now, some time ago, I decided to conduct a survey using a small sample. I didn't ask the men, but I asked women. What makes a woman appear weak to the opposite sex? And here are some responses I got. Now, it's one thing to have gotten those answers from the male, but hearing it from women themselves, I was thinking about it and I said, you know what? It's good because it means that the women that I interviewed, they're quite aware that what a weak-willed woman is. They're aware of it if they're able to answer. And that means hopefully they have taken corrective measures.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
Fair enough.
So, answer number one, she's always willing to compromise. Now, note the word always, because compromise is necessary sometimes.
It's
Will you
very
agree?
necessary in a marital relationship or any relationship.
But not always. You can't be always compromising. There are times you need to stand your ground, be flexible, and respond in an assertive manner.
In other words, if you're not weak-willed, if you're not a weak-willed woman, you're an assertive woman. You have to be careful with strong-willed, because that's a different dimension altogether. But if you're not weak-willed, that is, you cannot stand up for what you believe, for what your own thoughts, your feelings, the decisions that you make, then somebody's going to make these decisions for you. So you give up your rights. The passive person, the weak-willed person, the weak-willed woman will give up her rights. She will give up her rights to say, well, as far as I know so far, this is what it is. I've done my research. But a passive-aggressive gentleman might come along, somebody who's undermining, sly, and that person will soon turn you wrong, and you will move away from what you know for sure should not be compromised.
So she's always willing to compromise. Number two, her appearance. And when I asked to explain, meaning the way she walks, the way she carries herself, and drags her feet. She carries herself like somebody who's not confident, who's not assertive. But the second answer was her appearance. Then the way she expresses herself in her speech. I guess her words, her tone of voice, and her body language was not matching. There was something missing there. And it's a clear indication that she lacks confidence.
Because words really communicate only 7% of what we want people to get from us. Body language, 38%. Sorry, tone of voice, 38%, and body language, 55% So when you're on the phone communicating, you're actually losing 55% of what you really want to communicate.
That's so true.
So it's very important that you're exposed to person's body language when you're communicating. You've seen me right now, I guess, and you could know if I am just saying something or if it's coming from my heart. I can say to Claire, "Woi, woi, woi, I love you." It sounds dismissive. She's troubling me. Or if she has a problem and she wants reassurance, and I can say, "Sweetheart, yes, I'm unhappy with what you did, but I love you." It makes a difference, doesn't it, Kina?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, so body language. So ladies, as Claire's on you, not me. I'll sit and I'll listen. I took my blows last week. Ladies.
You heard what Adam is saying about Eve.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Putting on a minute.
So true. Yes, ladies, pay a little more attention to a man's body language when he's telling you these words you like to hear. Okay?
But we do it all the time. We're on the phone sometimes and we say one thing, but our gesticulation and the look on our face may be totally different to what we're saying to the person.
Probably the other person is staying on the line too long and they can't see us. We're looking up passive aggressively. When will they stop speaking?
Mm.
Okay,
point number 4, she does not maintain eye contact when speaking. I remember these are not answers I got from the experts. It's women I interviewed. She does not maintain eye contact when speaking, and we know there's a number of reasons for that. We can delve into that probably another time.
yes.
Yes. She's confrontational and quarrelsome, especially towards other women who she perceives or discovers is interested in the male in her life or has a relationship with him other than herself. This is very prevalent.
Yes, this
in
is
our
something we
society.
have tackled already, and individuals couldn't see it. I remember when we were on HTS, I think Mr. Andrew Paul was there at that time, and it was very difficult for a person to see the individual that you're married to or you're in a relationship with. If that individual is dishonest, here is your problem and your solution. But they would focus, especially the female, they would go after the third party, and vehemently so, fighting. And that is not saying that you're an assertive person.
Yes.
It's a negative about you.
But she's confronting the wrong person,
Yes,
as you
yes.
rightly said. The person to confront is the male, not the female. And yet we find the females always confront the third party.
Are you with us, Kina? If you're married or you're in a relationship and you discover your guy is in some other relationship with somebody else, usually what reaches me at counseling is she came after my man or she came after my husband, and the person would have difficulty understanding your husband is the one that took you to the altar. That's the person that made a covenant with you.
Exactly.
Your problem and solution is your husband,
It's
not
your
the
husband,
third
not
party.
the third party. I
But
totally
she came
agree.
after him.
She didn't come after him.
She might come, but
His response is what matters.
He has to say, hey, he has to know where he is.
Exactly.
So you should not lorate yourself by going to the person you're saying to the person, I'm truly a passive person. I'm a weak-willed person. I'm coming begging you not to interfere with an adult
Exactly.
who has the responsibility to clarify that I'm in a relationship.
And a common phrase from the third party, you have the ring, but I have the man.
They aggravate the situation.
By saying so.
But
Yes.
if they want the individual and they want to cause that great divide, and they realize already you're exemplifying weakness, they're going to capitalize on it and aggravate you further. It is one thing to be thought that you're a fool, but then now they are opening up their mouths and by body language going after the other person, showing that they are foolish.
Yes, it is one thing to be thought a fool and to open your mouth and remove all doubt
That you are.
that you are. So without the consent of your spouse, the other party would have no access to his heart or the relationship.
That's right.
There must be consent when there's a relationship between two persons. There must be consent. It cannot be one-sided.
Good. The person is making a statement about himself. I'm not satisfied with you for some reason or the other. What do you want to do about it? Here is a statement the person is making about himself. You now, what do you want to do about it?
And sometimes they become stalkers, they stalk the person, the third party, and throw remarks at the third party. This is what a weak-willed woman would do.
Well, if you don't trust your spouse or the person you're in a relationship with, and you want information to prove so that when you make a decision, that you make an informed decision, then if you follow, you look at your business without drawing attention to yourself, so that in a divorce court you can say, I have proof that individual isn't faithful. Mm-hmm. That's okay, but not to stalk to cause damage to the third party. There's no wisdom in that.
Point number 6, she constantly throws the past in his face. Now, even if it seemingly has been resolved, now I said seemingly because she would not behave in this way if the situation had been resolved and there was forgiveness. Based on what we know about forgiveness,
yes,
a strong woman would be spontaneous again. Now, if, however, the situation repeats itself.
But Claire, that is condition. That is on condition that they went through the forgiveness cycle as recommended from a biblical perspective. Yes. Christ taught in Luke chapter 17. If the person has met the criteria, then comes forgiveness, and you would show that you have understood that the person is truly repentant, the person is sorrowful, the person has asked, what can I do to make you feel better? They're showing signs of that. Then when you say, I forgive you, if you are suffering from the aftermath of that, you would not go back to the person. You'll have to see your counselor, cry and tell your counselor how it's affecting you if there is true forgiveness.
But the person who caused the hurt or the harm would not be able to assist you.
Right. They can help indirectly by assuring you that they're trying their best not to go down that road. They would want to reassure you. But if you constantly throwing it in their face, it means that forgiveness did not follow the true process. You didn't forgive that person. You gave that person false forgiveness.
But if, for example, the situation repeats itself, then you need to do something. First, you sit down with the person, your significant other, your spouse, and you might say, look, we spoke the last time, and this is how it ended. You asked for forgiveness, I forgave you, but now it appears you are repeating the behavior.
Same behavior.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but you are showing that you have shown you are not a responsible person.
Yes.
That's what you're showing. You're not a responsible person. You are behaving like a weak man right there.
Hey, you're supposed to be on the ladies.
Same behavior, same individual. This is what I intend to do about it, and make sure you follow through with what you said.
Good. You promised the men that you'll be on the ladies today, so we are listening to you.
Okay. So not quarreling the last time, blah, 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 and you go on and on.
It's what you're going to do. You explain, I don't trust you. You have me climbing your trust ladder again, and I was happily doing that. And there I find a rung filled with worms, and I come crashing down. And now this is what I'm going to do about it. And it's the individual responsibility, the individual's responsibility to make sure that the trust ladder is safe for you to climb again.
Yes, now there's a very interesting passage in Proverbs 21:9. It says, it is better to live in a corner of the housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife. Now the King James Version says, to live in a white house with a brawling woman?
Guys, just listen to that. Don't say anything.
Maybe you can help us with that one.
Claire, why you want
You
me to
plead
help
in
you
the
that
fifth.
one?
You plead in the fifth there.
Yes. Talk to the ladies.
Okay, well, if we can probably look at it a little closer.
Yes.
In those days, the corner of a housetop, it was not a comfortable place to be. It was a flat area with no roof, no shelter. So it means you'd be exposed to the heat, to the wind, mosquitoes, other insects, etc.
Yes.
And not to mention, it was a lonely place upon the roof. So yet the writer is saying to us, ladies, listen, it's better to live there, saying that to the men. It's better to live there than being inside a house, a large house, a spacious house filled with quarreling and strife.
It's good for the women to know so that they could solve the issues differently instead of cantankerously going about it on a day-by-day basis. They must know that men are hardwired in such a way that they can't tolerate that. Just in the same way, women, they love affection. And Solomon cautioned the men, he said, to the females, make no friendship with an angry man. It's not going to survive, because you will die for affection from a man's tone of voice. So make no friendship with an angry man. So both sides were spoken to. The men cannot tolerate a cantankerous woman, always at them nagging, and the women cannot tolerate a man who is always angry.
Mm-hmm. Peace of mind is worth more than living in physical comfort or luxury.
Yes.
Your peace of mind. Imagine a peaceful home versus living with someone with a quarrelsome spirit. And no matter how lovely the home is, how expensive your furniture is, many have confessed the desire to run away.
You're quite aware of that. Many women.
I'd rather go and live in a shack and have my peace of mind than to be with a woman that's always quarreling.
Yes.
It can be both ways, but today we're speaking about the women.
Thank you, Claire, because the guys are listening.
There are some men that quarrel incessantly too. You know that?
I'm not aware.
Well, a word to the wise. As women, ladies, as women, our words and attitudes will shape the little lives we raise, our children, and determine the atmosphere of our home.
Yes.
I mean, it's dependent on us women to make our home what we want it to be. Which takes me to point number 7. She does not follow through with what she says. The weak-willed woman does not follow through with what she says.
For example, quite a number in frustration, with frustration would say, I will throw your things out on the street.
On not just the things, I'll throw you out.
Okay.
I'll leave you.
Yeah.
I'll divorce you.
And what happens at the end?
And you end up doing nothing.
He brings home a bouquet of flowers he bought by the market. And wow, you're back in his arms.
We have flower shops these days. So no one will take you seriously.
No. You remember when we were doing this psychology corner? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
There was a woman, a sweet lady. She said that her spouse was consistently, this is something that was on the air, she shared on the air, and drinking and wasting the family resources every Friday. So one day she told him, and running around, one day she told him she was going to throw his things out. But he didn't take her on because she was used to saying that. But she said one day she did. And her husband changed, to use the colloquial term, 100%, il changeait 100%. I was about to applaud when she told me, but counselor, I feeling so bad, I threw my husband out. I said, but you just told me That was the
Change
antidote
180
for his
degrees.
filthy behavior. He changed 180 degrees. And that's it. You love him. You didn't just throw away his clothes for another man. You were frustrated with his filthy behavior, irresponsible behavior. You'll have children to feed, children to send to school, wasting the resources. It reminded me of my stepfather. So you did that. But you're such a nice person. You feel it, but that did it. So let's focus on that. He's with you. He's with his family. He was taking you for granted. So he knows now if he forms the fool, out on the road. We'll behave ourselves.
Yes. We're still on point number 7. She does not follow through with what she says. And I think there's something that...
But wait a minute, guys. I told you what the lady said. If you come by my home, I have a whole set of steps. If Claire believes she's going to leave me, when I tie my feet around a tree, they will not have time to throw things out. I want my wife. I usually say I wrapping my feet around one of the mango trees.
Whose feet are you going to wrap around the mango tree? Yours?
Mine, and holding your, grabbing your feet
I'm
there.
grabbing mine.
Yeah. But I will not allow it to reach that far. Guys, if they speak to me, I'll behave myself because I want my family, I want my wife. That's it.
Yes.
Right?
So I think the men will like this one. When it comes to intimacy, a woman might say to her spouse or significant other, I'm not feeling well tonight. Can we take a rain check tomorrow? And ladies, we don't follow through. Isn't that true? Those of you listening or viewing, it's not true. We don't follow through. So while the other party is waiting in anticipation, you pretend you have forgotten.
You tell the male rain check, this brain cell that thinks about sex every 17 seconds of the day. When you tell me rain check, Claire, from the time you say that up to the moment that did happen, that happened not too long ago, every second until that moment, that's in the brain. You don't tell the male, let's take a rain check. Rain check, boys, anticipating, this is heightened. And you forget the rain check?
Now,
Talk to us, Claire.
now, ladies, if something comes up, and of course you have a genuine reason
Yes.
for it, it's understandable, but you need to communicate.
And
Don't just
sweetly
sit in
too.
silence or stay there in silence and not say anything to the guy.
Sweetly communicate, sweetheart. I know you were anticipating that. I know that. You touched the thing. We'll take another rain check. Trust me on that.
2 rain checks.
Yeah. But don't just tell him you can't wait. I told you. Don't do that. Understand the man. He's thinking about it. He needs it.
So what if you
Touch
tell
him.
him he's greedy?
Oh no. That remember the good book says pleasant words. Don't do that, ladies. Yeah.
Yes, so
And then off your man he goes with all these feelings now. His business is up in the air. And he meets somebody he would not look at twice. But they bless his heart with pleasant words. And soon he's between their legs. Another child on the family. Just because you were stupid. So please, ladies, understand that. Men don't want sex. They need it. That's how they were hardwired. When these testes are filled with sperm cells, it's very difficult for them. And you need to understand that.
so a weak-willed woman will not say
Did I
what...
say for them? I mean us.
Thank you for clarifying that. I know, I was about to say something. Look here, Kina cracking up.
You get it real on Rev-Up Slu. Real. We're not here to play games. We want adjustment to our behavior that's causing untold problems in the family.
And I think as women, well, both men and women, we don't understand the genders.
Yes.
That's why the next episode will be dealing with male and female differences.
Yes.
So
All
that you could understand the male, understand the female.
We
So
were
we'll be
asked to
able
redo that
relate
program.
to each other.
First time we did it on HTS, we were asked to do it again. So we will do it next time if
Yes.
God spare.
So a weak-willed woman will not say what she means. and she will not mean what she says. So ladies, our words, our tone of voice, and our body language must match the promised rain check. Which takes us to the next point. Number 8, her words do not match her actions. To say one thing when you know in your mind you mean something else is being clearly dishonest. It is. You're being dishonest in your communication because you know you have no intention of following through.
Claire, you're going to get
But you make promises.
You'll get a lot of calls today. The guys are going to praise you because...
For this one.
Oh, yes.
Point number 7 and 8. Okay. So you know you have no intentions of following through, but you make promises just to shut him up for a while. That's not fair, is it? Now we come to number 9. The weak-willed woman is overly focused on her emotions and her feelings without any regard for the feelings of the male. Sometimes we can be so concerned about us, we don't look out for the other party. It's all about me, what I want. Nobody understands me, how I feel. It's all about me.
Don't forget you're listening to the healing process. And if you're a first-time listener, you'd have missed the first part. We dealt with the weak-willed man last week. Okay? And you can always go to YouTube and probably catch the last one if you missed it.
Okay, that was point number 9. We come to I think we have 11 points. Point number 10.
But it is almost time for us to open the lines.
Almost, but
yes.
Let me just
round it
try
up.
to round up the points, yes. She's always apologizing and crying. That's a weak-willed woman or a passive woman. It's worse when you keep on apologizing for something you didn't do. But to keep the peace or appease the other person, you end up apologizing. So ladies, when we apologize, we do it once and mean it, as we've said before. You know that you're apologizing for, and you know what you're apologizing for, and you say to yourself, yes, I did something that I shouldn't do. But you must be convinced that you did something you're sorry about. You must be convinced. And when you're going to apologize, that assertive woman who knows that what she's about will say, I was angry. Truth, honesty.
Yes.
I broke your stuff in the process.
Which stuff, Claire? There are a lot of stuff, Claire.
What about the television?
Oh, I see. Talking about breaking the man's stuff there.
What can I do about it that will make you happy?
Yes.
Right? Otherwise, it appears you're apologizing for someone else's actions, and that is totally ridiculous. Don't you think so, ladies? It is ridiculous. Crying and apologizing is okay if your heart is touched by the wrong done to the individual.
Especially if you are in a relationship with a passive-aggressive individual. You are not responsible, but that individual, when they're through with you, they will make you feel responsible, and soon you'll be crying. But if
it's genuine and you know for sure that you did something wrong to hurt somebody, and you're crying and apologizing, that's okay. But not all the time.
And not crocodile tears.
Well, otherwise it appears you're apologizing for the other person's actions. If you know you didn't do something and you apologize, you actually apologizing for what somebody else did.
But there are quite a number of females in that bracket, Claire. They're attracted to the more aggressive communication modes, the aggressive individual, the sanguines. And
they envy them.
And they attract each other. The passive attracts
the opposites attract.
Right. And when they enter into this relationship and the communication modes start to overwhelm them now, they find themselves in
they cannot sustain the long-term relationship with that person.
So it's very important for you to understand, people listening to me in this time, the temperament of the individual you're getting into a relationship with. Females. Sometimes you just see this person, you're in bed with the individual, and then now, after the heat is over, you start to focus on the way people go about doing things, their attitude towards people, places, and things. And you realize that's not what you want in your life.
Now, if somebody comes up to you, ladies, and just says, "You owe me an apology," what should be your response? You owe me an apology. Your first response should be, I would not want to deliberately hurt you, so tell me, my dear or my love, what am I supposed to be apologizing for?
But don't please not. What am I apologizing for? Remember, I cannot even say it because I'm not used to that.
You can act the part.
No, I'm not good at it. I have practiced over the years to do things in a loving way. So it cannot come out in the rough way. I'll try. If they speak in Creole, qui sa n'a point apologie pour? Or qui sa m'a fait? But again, and even those who profess to be followers of Christ, they overlook the fact that pleasant words are like honeycomb. Touch the person.
Sweet to the soul,
yes,
health
sweetheart,
to the bones.
I wouldn't want to hurt you. What did I do that would require an apology? Tell me.
And when the person tells you, you will decide, does that require an apology?
Now, Kina, let's act here now, please. I did something to you. I came in the studio and I walk in and you say to me, you owe me an apology. Just so. Let's act.
Okay.
Good morning, Kina.
Good morning, Dr. Phil.
How are you today?
I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
Oh, I'm okay.
You know you owe me an apology?
Really? What did I do, sweetheart?
Well, when you came in earlier, you just came in and you forgot that I was on air and just entered.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That would be embarrassing because you're taking care of others and this is your job and you could get in trouble for that. I will be mindful of that the next time.
Thank you so much.
There we go. Now we can do it the other way around. Let's go again.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
But this time you're vexed.
Fashe.
You addressed it in an assertive way,
right.
which is good. But now you're vexed before I enter. Again, you might have some problems, like I do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, ready?
You should probably say it in Creole.
As soon as I opened the door, you followed me. As soon as I say good morning, good morning.
It's like that sometimes, and that's what men deal with,
Yes. Females too.
Yeah.
And we need to practice. I have practiced. I don't want to leave behind a legacy of being a very grouchy old man. I want to be sweet. I want to bow out, leaving a good legacy. So I've practiced over the years. And I don't indulge myself in angry conversation. I call people on the streets, ma'am, papi.
Right.
In the midst of, all right? So let's see if we can do the anger. As soon as I open the door, you're in my skin.
Let's see if I can play that well. Let's try again.
Good morning, Kina.
Good morning.
What's up with you?
Nothing.
Nothing? What do you mean by that? But your face...
Answer you already.
But your face looking like a sour sop.
You asking me why?
Yes.
I think you know why.
Really? I'm not psychic.
How you mean?
Lady, look. If you have something against me, talk to me.
Me ouvre la porte là, ou just venir par says, ou ka mande me why toujours?
Oh, I see. There we go, folks. So you see the difference?
Okay.
Again, I would know, and to behave like that, and the person has no idea, you would look rather foolish.
Right.
So whether the person starts off being aggressive, it's up to you.
To make a statement about yourself.
Yes. And pleasant words works. I think we can wrap up here and we'll have to do a part 2 with this one.
Oh, yes.
And because we need to tell you why women are weak-willed,
Yes.
the causes and what the experts are saying. Remember the survey I did, it wasn't from the experts.
Right.
It was from ordinary women like myself.
Yes.
And next time we're going to delve into what the experts have to say and
Right.
why persons are weak-willed, and are they born with being weak, or is it something they learn? So we're going
Right,
to
by
about that.
experts,
So
I
let's-
guess you mean those who have done
Yes.
longitudinal research
Yes.
along these lines, yes. And
Yes.
meta-analytic studies of studies that would give us better information.
So I think we can open the lines now.
Yes. But Kira, I enjoyed the role playing.
Me too.
Yes, it helps us to see ourselves and the listeners to hear themselves and to know that there are people that have been there and have made adjustments, the people they admire, the people they appreciate listening to.
Yes.
So here we go. Don't forget, it's time for you to, we need 5 calls.
It's time to open up the lines. You already know the number. And if you don't and listening for the first time, the numbers you got to call: studio line 572-9710, WhatsApp 287-0971. I know some of you are at work and you can't call in, but if you want to send a text message, I'll read it to Dr. Phil and Clarissa. Whatever it is, let us know what really resonated with you on today's program. Today's focus is the weak-willed women. And let us know. Call us up. Let us know. 572-9710, 287-0971. And reminding you that the first 5 callers, your name will be taken down and your name goes into a box month end. And we'll find out who wins that $200 check.
And it's moving towards $500.
And it's moving towards $500 actually. So we have a caller.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Everyone.
Good morning.
You mean to tell me the males allowed a female to get through? Guys, oh man, Claire fixing up our business for us. All right, good morning to you,
Good
sweetheart.
morning.
Thanks. Amazing topic last week. Also, Dr. Phil, thank you. Keep up the great work. I think I was a weak woman for a long time because I kept on saying I'm gonna leave. I was in a very mental, verbal relationship, and I used to be in a physical abusive relationship. And I remember going to counseling, and I was telling the counselor that I would prefer being in a physical abusive relationship than a mentally and verbally abusive relationship. And so, thank you guys for this topic. And I'm like telling myself, yes, I was that person. I ended up leaving after 15 years, but it was really, really hard. And Claire made a point. It was just easy, I guess, to stay, or maybe I was too of a weak person. But it's like you have everything. You know, you have everything, and why would you leave? You're looking for every reason to stay, and then you're just being hurt day by day. So thank you. Keep up the great work, and I hope you guys never stop. Great job, guys.
Okay,
Thank you.
beautiful. But you see, you're the ones that would keep us on the air. As long as we know we are helping meet your needs, mental health needs, helping you. And then there's another great program with the doctor. What's his name?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Phil
Dr.
and
Phil.
Claire. Thank you, guys.
Okay,
You're
then
welcome.
let's.
Thank you so
Bye.
much for calling.
Yes.
Hi, hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I'm hearing you now.
Ah, we have.
Hi, hello,
we
good
have
morning.
The males.
We
I'm
have
not
a
going
male.
to say anything.
Well, actually, Kina chose the lady caller. So,
Okay, now they put
Oh
your
my
business
gosh,
out.
I didn't know such thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway,
That's what
it
I'm
was a good
saying.
laugh.
That's what I'm saying.
Us women stick together. That's it.
I would like to ask a question concerning one of the points
Okay.
where in the case where you were giving the example of a man cheating and the lady goes to confront the other lady, right? So according to what you were saying, that this was not the best thing to do.
Right.
But as we know, most of these relationships are actually built on lies, where I would think most times the lady doesn't know that the man is married. All right? So
Okay.
if it's on that premise, would it be wise for the lady, not in any kind of ferocious way,
I'm happy that you underline that.
Right. To let the lady know that this man she's dating is actually a married man.
Well, in that case, if it's for information, look. But then, if he knows that he's married and he is cheating, it still says something negative about him. And the woman, on discovering that there is somebody else in the picture, should be very mindful as to how she's addressing that.
Right, because what I'm thinking in that case, most times women are not aware. Because there are some women who would not want to be in those kind of relationships, but they are lied to, and they're in those relationships. So if after you have made her aware, then you're still seeing she has not broken it off, then now I think it is really incumbent that you face your man, because your man is dealing with somebody who is dishonest just as he is. So you can't deal with her anymore. You now have to face the rock right now.
Okay, so
I was just wondering if that was something that in the event the party is not aware that the person is actually in a committed relationship.
Okay, we're so happy that you called, and the point is taken. However, persons are making statements about themselves, and you want to make sure that you make a statement about yourself that if you're left in the cold, somebody else can see you, can view you as good material for another relationship.
Mm-hmm. But what he's speaking about, whether the wife, let's say the wife, goes to the other person, but how would she know that the other person does not know?
Hi, caller. Are you still on the line?
Yeah, I was.
Can I take your name in the meantime, or do you want to send it on our WhatsApp?
Could you listen to us offline, please?
I'll listen offline, and I'll
send me your name on the WhatsApp platform. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you.
Yes, Claire. Go
Yes,
ahead.
he was saying how. But I'm wondering, how would the wife know that the third party does not know? So she would probably go to find out. That's what he was saying. Find out, but in an amicable way,
Right.
not in a ferocious way.
So he emphasized that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have another caller,
It
Dr.
can
Phil
work.
and Clarissa.
Yes.
Hello, good morning to you. We'll
Hi,
go back
hello,
to
good
that.
morning.
Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon.
Second male,
Good
beautiful.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tina. Good afternoon, Dr. Phil. Good afternoon, Claire.
Good afternoon.
to you.
Yeah. Proverbs 21:19 is one of my favorite verses in the Bible.
Okay.
I can put them on my top 5 favorite. Now, to Claire. Claire, sometimes we mistake a humble woman as a weak woman. If a woman is humble, because we know them, I can see them as a man. If a woman is humble and is easily, and she's easy to please her husband or boyfriend, can this woman be considered a weak woman? I'll listen on the radio.
Yeah, humility.
Thank you so much for calling.
Humility is not stupidity. The word humility is the management of power.
She might be submissive.
Yes.
Somebody who's submissive at all costs
Yes.
may appear to be humble,
Right.
but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Because if you're a humble person, that means you're an assertive person.
Yeah, you're managing whatever power,
Yes.
authority that you have
Yes.
for the best interest of others.
But that's one of the points we had. The submissive person, we will
Yes.
deal with that next week.
Okay,
God
beautiful.
willing.
Thanks for
Yes.
calling. Yeah.
We have a text message on our WhatsApp platform. Someone says, I think I'm a weak woman. However, my partner appreciates me for being a peaceful wife. My partner also says women are his weak point. Thanks for a wonderful program, as usual.
But that doesn't make you a weak person, being a peaceful person.
But peace at all costs.
It's a different kettle of fish.
That's what we have
Right.
to watch. Peace at all costs. Even if
Yeah.
it means, as we said, you apologizing when you didn't do something wrong.
Right. And
For being submissive.
Yes.
You know this movie with Eddie Murphy, Back Like a Dog and all that?
Oh, right. Yeah.
So you need
He's
to be
not that type of wife.
mindful that you're assertive. You can stand up for your rights, your right to choose as an adult, your right to share your mind. If your husband is somebody who's assertive and he realizes and he give you a listening ear. But if for you are submitting yourself just for peace sake, knowing that you're disadvantaged, your needs are not being met, then this is not healthy.
But for the caller, the one before the previous,
yes,
I'm still thinking of what he said and said. It may be a good idea if she wants to speak to the lady in a
non-ferocious way, yeah.
Yes, and find out, are you aware?
Right, okay.
We have someone else.
Yes.
They tried calling earlier. Hi, hello, good afternoon. This is the Healing Process. You tried calling earlier?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Good morning to you.
Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Pastor Phil. Good morning,
Good morning.
Clarissa Leon. Good morning, Kina.
Good morning.
I called because I saw the program was interesting for me.
Who's
It
that
shows me
nice
a lot of
person
thing
calling
about
us?
myself.
Wait a minute. Who's that nice person calling us? Are you single?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I hope I can influence some assertive gentleman your way.
Okay. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
Well, there
caller.
was a lot of things that you that Claire mentioned about that it got me a little way. I can see a little weakness of myself
Okay.
concerning me.
Mhm.
So certain of the points that she brought up, I realized there was some of them that it shows me that I'm a little weak.
Okay.
So I need to put up my belts a little stronger in my waist.
Wow. I like that. You're going to tie your waist a little
Tie your
tighter.
waist.
Tied my waist,
Ah.
like they say in the Creole, mawe.
Point pour caution, hein? Depuis tu es quoi là, moi mais quoi là, hein? Right,
Most
thank-
Make sure, and make sure the belt you're using is a good one, good quality.
Yes, yes. By God's grace, it will be.
All
Ipa
right.
epete.
If I pay it, because I may take cord seaman, I may take cord, tout sort qualité cord, so you can be stay away.
All right. Thanks for calling. We appreciate that.
All right,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Here, bonne
Bye.
journée tout le monde.
Thank you.
Merci.
Merci.
So yes, we're saying we'll continue speaking about the weak-willed woman because we have quite a lot to cover.
Yes, and it seems to be generating quite a bit of interest in
Yes.
meeting some people's needs. Yes.
Someone
Don't-
else sends a message and says, I can be assertive for sure, but most times I'm peaceful.
All right. I can be assertive as long as we understand
The
assertiveness is standing up for your rights without having anyone to make you feel guilty.
Right.
The passive person gave up their rights. The passive-aggressive person undermines people's rights. The aggressive person violates people's rights. The assertive person respects other people's rights and wouldn't have persons to violate theirs. They would stand up for their rights without feeling guilty.
Yes, and one of the rights, the right to be on this planet because you are
Yes.
born.
The right to
Had-
choose.
You had to be born. You are
Yes.
here. And somebody might say to you, I wish you were never born. Or I wish you may be having some problems with your mom and she may say something like, I wish I didn't give birth to you. Things like that.
That when you're assertive, you don't even take that on.
Yes. You realize the person saying it has a problem.
Yeah.
So you don't make the person your problem. Yes, and
Do
the
we-
right to choose.
And the right to choose, yes. People who tell you what you've seen in a white man or a black man or an Indian, and that's your choice. You like white, you like black, you like green. That's you. Could you imagine the Creator designed you that you like the same color as everybody else? What a black hole that would be.
And when we're going to be discussing male and female differences, most times with both genders, you find the person might say, why can't you see it my way?
Yeah.
But she's female. She can't see it your way.
Wait until we get into
You're-
male and female
you're male.
differences. Yes.
So it's so many interesting things we need to know about the species, about the male and the female, the differences, the way God made us. Right?
And that will make a big difference
Oh, yeah.
in the way we communicate. We have 5.
We do have 5. I took one
But
of the...
still call us.
Right. If you want to call,
Yes.
the numbers to call again, I'm going to give the numbers again. The number's 572-9710 studio line, or WhatsApp 2870971. And I really love the program actually today, Wig-Willed Women. And I sat there and I was saying, but wait a minute. There are moments where sometimes I feel I'm too strong of a woman, but there are other aspects that you opened up and you said.
When you say you feel you're too strong
of a woman, in situations that Claire mentioned, I have never stayed in a relationship with one that knows what she wants, and if I realize something is happening, then it's going to affect my peace. Yeah. I'm out of there.
Okay. So it's more you lacked knowledge than anything else. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So I really enjoyed today's program. It was very enlightening to me.
Praise God for that.
So just to browse over the points we brought up before we close. Remember, this was from an ordinary survey. With what makes a woman appear to be weak to the opposite sex. She's always willing to compromise. Her appearance, meaning the way she carries herself. She lacks confidence. She does not maintain eye contact when speaking. She's confrontational and quarrelsome. She's always apologizing and crying. She constantly throws the past in his face. She does not follow through with what she says. She's overly focused on her emotions. So that's where we ended.
And a point to leave with is when you have to apologize, you realize that you offended somebody and you feel about it, then apologize once and mean it. That's what assertive people do. Dr. Phil?
Well, let me let the ladies know it's not all gloom and doom, right?
Yes.
The good news is Wick-Will is not permanent.
All right.
With therapy, with counseling, with support, with awareness and healing, any woman can grow into a confident, assertive person with emotional strength. It's not about changing who you are. It's about uncovering who you are beneath the conditioning.
Okay, sorry, Claire. I thought we were closing. That's why I said.
That's okay.
Yes.
I wanted to leave us with something good.
All right.
Not all bad.
You left us with quite a few good things. The guys will be happy. I'll take after them because they didn't call you. Not enough. All right. So, guys, you can probably contact us at 7309009 if there are some things that you'd want us to clarify or you'd like us to touch. I am sure, I know as a man that the issues that Claire touched there, it's meaningful. Okay, I've been in that for a while. I've grown, I've learned, and I am happy to tell you that if in case that you want more of this, you can join me with the men from Beacon of Hope every other Monday where we sit down and discuss, let's be that man. So ladies, that would be a place that you would want to encourage your spouses or persons in your life. Your sons, we have some young men coming there also, and they're so happy to be there. I'm sure if I ask you a question that I asked them there, you too will have problems with that question. I'm sure you think you know the meaning of it, but I won't embarrass you on the air. So probably next time I'll pick that up as a topic, and I'll ask the question and you'll see for yourself. All right, guys, we love you all, and we're hoping that God will give us the health and strength to be with you same time, same place on Rev-Up 95.9 FM. Bye-bye for today.
Hey, prêtez-moi son oreille un moment, s'il vous plaît. Est-ce que vous avez observé changement conduite et pochon qui cache à binaire? Ou ka peut-être ou assoui et qui n'est pas calé? Ou bien, ajoutez et puis Dr. Phil conseiller et puis chez Clarissa conseillère. Assou, The Healing Process. Ça n'est pour dire la mode guérison. Tous les jeudis, 11h30 pour midi et demi. Assou, Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.9 FM. Moi, assuré ou pour rejoindre ça.